Joe. Right, Lions TV, we're finished at the Den, Millwall 0. Sheffield Wednesday 2. Can't explain how disappointed I am and how depressed about this performance is, but I will start off with my son Joe to the left. Joe, what do you reckon, mate?
Another really poor performance. Personally, I think the manager's got to go. He's got to go. I cannot see anything getting better at all. And people will give all this going, oh yeah, but who would you bring in? Who would you bring in? I don't think, whoever you brought in, I don't think it could get much worse than that from now, the way it is. And listen, I like the idea. I was all for him, backed him at the start, but it's really not working. We're setting up and he's still trying to play the same way that we're doing in every game that we're not getting results from. So, I hate trying to go back to Rowett, but like him or not, we would not be in this position under him, whether it's boring football. I think he's tried to change things too soon. And yeah, I can't see how there's any improvement. Look, it's lacklustre, spineless, the players are not there. Is it the player, the manager? I think it's got to be both, in all honesty, because the manager picks the team, he sets the instructions, and I don't know what else to say. It's just not working. It's horrendous, and we're in absolute freefall. We've lost two games against the teams below us that ain't actually been great teams. We've made them look alright. We've just been worse, and we're being taken for mugs in these games. All the ole. We're actually being taken for mugs. The Den, the so-called fortress, has become easy pickings now. Teams just come and take the piss out of us. Yeah. And it's beyond the joke. That's enough for me now. I've
right,
enough.
That's for Joe, and I've got a little geezer in the back here. Bill, you want to say anything, Bill? No, or do you?
No.
No, he don't. No, he don't. No, because I know he's going to go mad. This is Connor. Con.
How do I add to what Joe's just said? Yeah, it's mad. You see a sign in the Den at the corner. I see it when it was in the ground. It said, "This is the Lions' Den," right? And I looked at it and I thought it's actually more of a cattery at the moment.
Oh, well done.
Because and for us having to go to these games week in, week out, we probably haven't enjoyed coming to the Den for a long time. I can argue. We probably haven't enjoyed coming to the ground for a very long time. And it's just become... I feel like we've lost our identity as a club. Like, and as the fans, like, we're all sitting there and we're all so lacklustre and so down. And I see it before kick-off today. The players come over, like about 3 or 4 of the players went like that to the fans. And I thought, you're doing that to try and roll the fans up, but how about you put the performances? You said it, Joe, didn't you? Yeah. How about you put the performances to get the fans behind you? Because at the moment, the club is in a really big rot. It's in a bad rot, and Joe Edwards, fair play to him, he comes out in his interviews, and I think he gets it spot on in terms of what he says, in terms of where he made mistakes, how we've made mistakes. But it's just not seemed to have come together. Like, the football on the pitch is diabolical. There's players on the pitch who I don't think I want to see play for the club again. The body language of the players, there's just no fight. And I said it after the QPR game, right? The body language of the players that day, there was no fight, no passion in any of them. Second half, you could say, yeah, he changed it up a bit, but it still just didn't work. It just didn't work, and it's getting so depressing, and it's too repetitive on our side now, having to witness this week in, week out. I just think the players, again, should hang your heads in shame. It's going to cost the manager his job, which I think he is a nice player. It's, his first job in management, yeah. In management. And we all backed him, but I just think after that performance today, that first half, it's the final straw. And I can't say it's all his fault. You've got to look at the players as well, but he's in charge of the players, and if you're not getting the players playing your way of football, then ultimately it's going to cost you a job. It's a results business, and we're in utter turmoil right now. We need someone to come in and help us and bring that passion back, and that is it. We now found ourselves in a relegation scrap, and we're sick as Millwall fans watching the same performances week in, week out, and the same spineless attitude of these players. We need one of yous, not one of yous, take the ball by the horns and actually motivate the rest of the team, or pass the ball forward, or even put in that bit of oomph, that bit of fight. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. And it's hard for us to come and watch, and there's no atmosphere because of that.
Yeah. Right, Bill, do you want to say a quick word?
No, you say something.
Right, okay, right.
Before I do.
I'm going to jump in here, and I think Connor said he called it not a lion's den, he called it a cattery. But let me tell you, what do cats need? They need litter. What does litter bring? Shit, right? That lot were a load of fucking shit. I'm sorry, I'll put it. That lot was a load of shit, right? That is woeful. And to get everyone to talk about this performance, you see my video the other night, it was so depressing, it hurts. The day hurts again. Every time I come down here, it's hurting. And I'm sort of like, I'm lost for words, but I'm not lost for words to them players that don't put in the performance for our team. All them Millwall fans getting up with that woeful performance. And I've heard people online going, we need to get relegated. Well, whoever said that, you don't know what you're talking about, because we don't get relegated. We go back 5 years, yeah?
All this what we've built up.
All this what we built. We do not need relegation, right? John Berylson's hard work, putting his money into the club and all that. We need, well, like Joe said, I think he needs to go because he's lost it. But listen, I'm actually lost. I'm hurt for. I can't say no more because I feel that bad. But I'm going to get Bill to come in here.
One thing I'd like to add quickly. Them players, they've got JB, John Berylson, on their shirts, right? And what a terrible thing in memory of him this season. How poor the attitude, performance. It's actually a disgrace.